Hello and welcome to Ohio Hobbies. Today we're going through a box of nickels. We are going to be looking for proofs, varieties, silver, hopefully a couple war nickels in there. We are going to be pulling out S-mints. We're going to be pulling out 30s, 40s, 50s. Maybe we'll get lucky and find a buffalo or more, or maybe we'll even find a elusive V-nickel. We've already found one of those, so maybe we'll find another. But it definitely looks circulated. I don't think we're going to have a problem with that. That's definitely not new, but we'll start hunting them. I will bring you in for all the finds. Hope you enjoy the ride. Roll number 1, and we are going to start out pulling a 1940 out of Denver. Roll number 3, and we just came across our first foreign find of the box. It is going to be a 2000 out of Canada. There we go. Our first foreign on the board. Believe it or not, the next one up right behind it was a 1957 Denver to add. Okay, we have another find. We get a 1941 out of Philadelphia on the board. Well, I just started to open roll number 7 and noticed that we have a 1941 Ender. So let's take a look here and see if it'll come out. Hang on, let me get it out of here. Okay, I just laid them out of the roll, so our Ender is right here. That's our 1941, and it is out of Philly. But right there with our other 41. He is going to give us 2 finds. We get a 1954 Denver, and we get a 1952 also Denver, I believe that was. Yep, it just got some damage. So, roll 11 gives us our second Canadian of the box. We get a 1982 to add to the collection. Right there it is. Roll number 12 is going to add a 1952 out of Philly. There we go. Okay, roll number 14. We get a 49. Now, if this has an S mint mark, it will be a semi-key date. But we have a 49 Denver. So it is not a key date. And the same thing with this one, 1955. If this is Philadelphia, it's a key date. If not, it's not. Nope, it is a Denver. So unfortunately, 2 possible semi-key dates, and neither one of them were. But they're still finds. We'll add them to the collection. Roll number 16 is going to add a 1954. Oh, it looks like San Francisco. It is 1954 San Francisco, and I do not see the S over D. I do not see. There's some damage on the S. There's definitely some damage on the S, but I do not see the D. Alright, roll number 20 is going to give us 2 finds. We get a 1952 Philly, and we get a 1941 Philly also. Roll number 21 done lost its mind. It gave us 5 finds. We're going to start off with this one, 1939. And we have a possibility of a key date, D or an S. Or if it's a P, it's just a regular. And it is a regular Philadelphia, but it is a 39. Then we get a 58 Denver. We get a 47 Philly. We get a 57 Philly. And we also get a 56 also Philly. So that's a lot of finds for just one roll. That may be the most ever I've found in one roll. And we're just getting started. Look at that. Roll 21 gave us 5. Unbelievable. Okay, very next roll, roll number 22, gives us a 1950. 1950. Now, if that has no mint mark, it is a semi-key date. If it has a mint mark, D, we got a key date. Let's see what we got. We have the semi-key date. So there we go. We have a semi-key to add to the board. That's a nice find right there. I'll take semi-keys and key dates any day. 3 gives us another one. We get a 1946. Unfortunately, 1 year off of silver. And it's out of Philly. So no silver yet, but we're getting close. Oh my goodness. Holy moly. We got a good one. Remember that semi-key? Yeah, we just beat that. We beat it by a mile. All I see is the edge. Right there. We have our second ever V-nickel. Look at that. And do we have a year? Oh, 1907. It's definitely worn, but it's got a year on it. That is spectacular. Oh, my goodness. 1907. You can't beat that. Man. We will definitely add that to the collection. Going to give us a 1940 to add to the collection. Out of Philly. We are up to roll 27, and we get another 1939. This was actually in pretty nice condition. And let's see if it has a mint mark. No, it does not, but that's okay. We will add another 39 Philly to the collection. All right, roll number 30, and we are going to add a 1954 out of Philly. There we go. Roll 31. And it's going to give us a 58 out of Denver. Number 41. And it's going to give us our third Canadian out of the box, a 1985. Roll 42 is going to give us a 1941. Out of Philly. That's our fourth one of those. Roll 44. And look what we just found. We're going to add a buffalo to the V. And by the looks of it, there's a chance there might be a date. I don't see a mint mark on it, so it's going to be Philadelphia. And I see a 2. Let's see if we can get under the scope here. No, I don't see it under the scope. I know there's a 2 there. Alright, give me a minute, I'll be back. Okay, so I broke down and I used Nicodate. And it's still really tough to see, but I think right at this angle, you can just barely pick up that it is a 1921. I could only see the 2 and that was it, so, but it is a 1921. And is not an S, so therefore it is not a semi-key date, but it is a Buffalo to add to the collection. 1921. Roll number 47 is going to give us our 4th Canadian of the box. We get a 1986 to add to the collection. That same roll, just a couple coins later, and we get a 1959 out of Denver to add to the collection. Right there. Okay, roll number 50, and we're going to have 3 finds to go over. 1940 out of Philly. We get a 1946 out of Philly, another one that's just 1 year off silver, and a 1957 out of Denver. Alright, so we might as well just head into a wrap up here. We have 159, 258s, 357s, a 56, 55, 3 from 54, 3 from 52, and 1 1950. We have a 49, a 47, 2 46s, 4 from 41, 3 from 1940, and we have the 2 1939s. Unfortunately, no mint marks. Back here we have 4 Canadians. Over here we have 1 2009 that we found in a box. We have 1, well, let's come back to that one. We have a 70, a 70, a 69, 68, and 68. Those are all the S mint marks that came out of it. And this 68 is actually in really nice shape. Still got some nice luster to it. Alright, so the one we're going to come back to, let's take a look at this one. Let's put it under the scope. We have the wide rim there. And next to no rim there. Basically just have an off-center strike. Let's see if I can get a little bit of the glare off of this, so we can see it. Alright, there we go. That might help. There we go. You can see how off-centered it is. So that one I'm definitely pulling out. It's only maybe 5%, if that, somewhere in that neighborhood. But it is off-centered. And let's take a look at the other side. The other side looks like it's even. It doesn't look off-centered at all. But we're going to add that to the collection. Now, for the finds of the box, already in flips, we have the 1921 Buffalo. Unfortunately, we had to nickel-date it to see the date. But the V-nickel, that one there, 1907. We didn't have to put anything on that at all. That is a very nice coin. I am happy with that. There is no Liberty here, so it's only worth about $2. I believe it was listed as, hang on just a second. Alright, so we'll look at the book. 1907, 39.2 million minted. G4 condition is worth $2. So that's about where we're at. And the reason I say that, G4 good, no details in the head, and the word Liberty is obliterated. You will see the word Liberty there, right through the crown. And if we look, the word Liberty is obliterated. So we definitely have a G4 worth about $2. But I'll take that out of a nickel box any day. That is it for this hunt. I hope you enjoyed it. This was an amazing find. I got so many things. We also got that 1950, I believe it was, right here. Our 1950 semi-key date. So semi-key date, a Buffalo, and a V-nickel all in the same box. You can't beat that. Can't go wrong there. But that's it for this hunt. I want to thank you for watching. If you would, click the thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and turn on the bell. down in the description of this video. You're going to find my email address and my P.O. box if you wish to send anything my way. Below that, if you are willing, able, and have the means to donate to the channel to help me out, I'd appreciate it. I accept that at my PayPal. Alright, well, once again, thank you for watching. And as always, get your hobby on. Alright, just a minor update to the video you just watched if you're still here. I missed a roll. It was laying on the side of the desk. I didn't even notice it. And it had 4 finds in it. We get a 1951 Philadelphia. We get a 1959 Denver. A 57 Philly. And a 58 out of Philly. So we'll add those to the collection as well.